Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to finally do this. I've been so inspired by watching other YouTubes and vlogs that I thought, why not make my own? So I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Angie. I am 32 years old. You're about to see my cat approach my dog. There he is. Vandal, the cat, is a Bengal. He is 14 years old, but acts like he's 2. Ari, my border collie, she is 8 years old, but acts like she's also 2. So, a bunch of fun having them both. So Josh and I have been together now for 12 years. We got married in 2017, so that's coming on 9 years this year. We bought this house that we're living in 2022 and moved in 2023. We both work from home. I am a dietitian and a personal trainer, and Josh runs his own IT business. The dietitian and personal training takes up, I would say I'm nearly working full time. Not quite there, but also no pressure on being quite there just now. About 50% of my client load is online, and the other 50% is face-to-face. So I have a studio downstairs that I work out of. I am hoping that I can do vlog style videos and help bring maybe a little bit of education to it, a little bit of cooking, running content, fitness content, health content, I don't know, when I buy things content, like this Osmo Pocket 4 that I just bought. It's so exciting, which is why I've just started filming today. Today's a Tuesday. I am about to start on my afternoon client load. Most days, it's kind of like split shift with a gap in the middle of the day, but not every day. Some days I've got full client load, and then some days I have very quiet days. It's not consistent as a 9 to 5, let's just put it that way. I have recently competed in High Rocks about 2 weeks ago, and then have just picked up my running load as something to do, something fun, a hobby, I guess. Now this will be my other hobby. I am quite sore from a recent injury that I have from Thursday last week. I've hurt my hip. Haven't been to the physio yet, so I don't know exactly what's wrong with it, but we'll still try to deliver some form of workouts within this video. I'll see what I can do about a Tuesday to Tuesday video, maybe upload on a Wednesday. Don't know quite how it's gonna look yet. I do know that my editing day will probably fall on a Wednesday though, because I have a lower client load on a Wednesday. I am Australian, obviously, born here, raised mostly in Queensland, but have lived in New South Wales. I've lived in Dubai, and I'm excited to see how this vlogging thing goes, because I have been seriously inspired and it makes me interested. I just love watching normal stuff like morning routines and night routines and stuff about skincare and stuff about fitness and health and mental health chats and that sort of thing. So I think that's what you can sort of probably guess that that's what you're gonna get from my channel. So I hope you enjoy this video and follow me for my week of stuff that I do. So I have a client in 5 minutes at 3 o'clock. I will be down there until about 6:15, and then from there you can join me in making dinner. Some sort of chicken something, I'm thinking. Probably have sweet potato and salad. Pretty standard, pretty normal sort of dinner. Nothing too fancy here. Okay, so I am currently downstairs. I just thought I would show you the gym. So this is the space. Got a treadmill. That mat usually is on the floor. Got a little TV set up there. Got a Swiss ball desk set up. This is a sit-stand desk, which is really handy. Little consultation spot for when I do new clients and nutrition consultations in person. We then have dumbbell rack, barbell rack there, a Smith machine, Smith cable machine. Yeah, and we have a little bathroom that sits off the side there. Nice little workflow setup. Down here, get a lot less disrupted, which is really nice. So So I've just finished work. It is 6:38. My last client actually felt quite nauseous during their PT session, so blood sugar levels must have dropped or something. I'm going to jump in and make some dinner now, but I just wanted to say, like, when we bought this house, the kitchen benches in here were like that really, really lovely green colour. If anyone has an 80s home in Queensland, they'll understand. It also matched the shag green carpet that we had in the living areas and stuff. So when we did a really quick 16-day renovation of the property, we did like painting, carpets, blinds, really sort of did a lot of just the aesthetic sort of stuff. But this was like more like a bigger job, so we waited till we moved in to actually replace this kitchen bench. But I think we've had it since like December. Just have been really enjoying cooking in here a little bit more because it's just like a little bit nicer. Feels a lot bigger and cleaner, and we've got a breakfast bar as well, so I spent like a heck of a lot of time just sitting at the breakfast bar. Kitchen experience has just been so much nicer. All right, let's jump in and make some dinner. Honey soy garlic marinade that I put on the chicken and then air fried it for 20 minutes at 180. I've got sweet potato that I have done with everything egg seasoning, salt, pepper, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then we've got an Asian salad that I've just gotten from Woolies to top it on. And of course, yes, Josh eats the same thing as me most nights. So most nights I have Ninja Creamy because if you know anything about me, it is that ice cream is my favorite food. I am lactose intolerant and ice cream is my favorite food. The world is cruel. I'll show you what I'm having. So I am going to have a Ninja Creamy for dessert. My biggest regret with this is that I got the deluxe model because you have to do like half and half, and then I blend the whole thing so like the mixture of the milk and protein powder is like good throughout, like the right sort of consistency, but I have to stop myself at half and not eat the whole thing, which I do get pretty full, but it can be tempting when you're sitting there on the couch eating it. If you don't have good self-control, it's kind of hard to make a mark on the container of like where half is. It's actually really difficult. before adding some milk on top. So while that obscenely loud ice cream maker is on, I have a pretty good routine of, if I haven't done my Dutch yet that day on Duolingo, I will then come into the bedroom, shut the door, one, so I can't hear it, and two, because it's habit stacking, and I would do my Dutch lesson that takes about 3 to 5 minutes.
Ze legt een vis op haar bord.
Ze legt een vis op haar bord. So I learnt 7 new words. Now done 341 days, so coming on a year of this. Josh and I have been doing it as a friend streak for 319 days. Because he is also doing it too. You know what the worst thing about this is if you leave it, oh my gosh, this thing takes so long to get through. If you leave it till bedtime, it's really crap. I feel like you don't learn it as well. So this has been a good little thing that I've been doing to try and be a little bit better with my habit stacking and get it done just a little bit earlier. Also, this is the greatest thing ever to be invented. You stick your ice cream in here, so your hand doesn't get cold when you're eating it on the couch.
Okay, when they take your photograph, remember, say prune.
Makeup, something I had to earn, but it's water in the morning and letting my body learn. This clean skin, soft light, this rest that shows in my eyes. This is how I hold my shoulders when I stop living rushed. I don't chase it, I make space for it. I come back to myself. Feel it, that's a woman's glow. When I'm calm, it gets realer. That's a woman's glow. When I take my time, it's a light I don't chase, it's a light I find. The real glow comes from inside. When I don't need a proof, when I say no without guilt, and I still keep my peace. It's being kind, staying sharp. It's knowing what I allow. It's moving slow on purpose and standing solid now. I protect my energy. I don't pour it out for free. I keep my senses. That's a woman's glow. Not loud, but you can feel it. That's a when I'm calm, it's real. That's a woman's glow.
Happy Wednesday. I'm just about to sit down and have my electrolytes and my decaf coffee. I've got 2 urgent tasks that I need to do on my laptop. I stayed up too late last night, so that's not actually a common occurrence. I'm actually usually pretty good at going to bed before 10, but I think it was like 12:30 by the time I was like turning over to go to sleep. I was actually editing some of the footage from yesterday because I was just excited. So I won't make that a common thing. I'll jump in and do some of my laptop work now. I don't have any face-to-face clients today. I do, however, need to do some work, which is gonna be pretty boring to watch. It's gonna be a little bit of laptop work, a little bit of organization stuff. So I'll jump in and do some of that now. Josh is still in bed, so I can't be too loud. It's kind of my morning routine that you saw this morning. And I'll probably check back in with you when I'm making my breakfast. Okay, so Josh has just left. I know I said he works from home, but on a Wednesday he actually doesn't work from here and works from another place. I desperately need to do this. I have so much washing to put away, all of that. Plus I want to strip the beds, put new sheets on. So I'm just going to jump in and do that stuff now. I'm not really, I don't usually leave it this long, let's just put it that way, but we were in Melbourne over the weekend and Malini the weekend before that, so I actually haven't had a weekend where I've been able to do like a full house reset, so I feel like I've just been chasing my tail. Okay, so I am going to strip the bed now and pop the new sheets on. Just give the room a little bit of a freshen up. Agenda is tidy up of the kitchen because it looks like really messy and I can't make breakfast if the kitchen is messy. I've got slight OCD issues, so I'll just show you what it's like. Just a little bit of a mess. Some stuff in the sink that I need to clean from last night's dinner. So we'll do that and then we can finally have breakfast. I think it's like nearing on 10 o'clock now, so I'm getting pretty hungry. Lately for breakfast I've been having like Wheat Bix with soy protein crisps, oats, flax seeds, chia seeds, psyllium husk, PHGG, which is partially hydrolyzed guar gum, lots and lots of fiber for my gut, with protein powder and goji berries and blueberries. So it's not the most appetizing looking thing, but yeah, that's what I've been having and it really sits well in my tummy and it gives me a lot of energy and keeps me full for a fair few hours has a fair bit of protein in it as well. So that's really the things that you're looking for, right? Is like really trying to have 30 grams of protein in your breakfast, ideally within an hour of waking up, and today that just did not happen. I think I've been up for now 3 hours or something, so this is kind of a late breakfast for me, and I'm very, very hungry, so let's make it. So it looks like this, kind of like a oatmeal-y base with the blueberries and the goji berries. And it is, I'm not going to say delicious because I think it's delicious, but probably nobody else would. So it's nourishing. So I'm just going to get into this. And I've got another thing I need to do on my phone now too. So I'll probably just do that while I have breakfast. So I have been selling some things on Facebook Marketplace. I sold my old phone last week, which was a pretty good one, and now selling our old robot vacuum. We've recently just got a Roborock, which I love. It the old one didn't mop, but this one mops, so that's like fantastic. So I'm just going to put that on now, and the guy who is picking up the old vacuum wants to see it working, so I'm gonna have to stuff around and do that to be able to sell it, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes. Now it's about 11 o'clock and I have like a bunch of things left to do on my list today. I have a program subscription training model where it's such as training only, where clients will get like a program, $20 a week, and they get it for like 4 or 6 weeks depending on their goal and depending on what their goal is, whether it is glute related program or build and sculpt or running or anything like that. So the training programs are ish personalized, which I tend to make them quite personalized because you get to know the client and what they like and what they have available at their gym, and you can really make that work within their favor so they do get results, stay motivated, stay on board with their training. So I have 3 of those to do, new programs for those clients. I also have a full body workout to do, so I just need to choose whether I am training down the road at the gym or downstairs. Still don't know yet. I have a 2 o'clock hair appointment, so I am very, very grateful. I have a very good friend who we exchange services, like bartering, no money exchanged, but provide services for each other. So I go and get my hair washed, coloured, foiled, all the things, down with my friend in Marumba Downs. So it's a little bit of a drive away, but that's at 2. And then I actually have my first psychologist appointment today at 4. So might need to like hustle baby to get all this stuff done. I'm thinking that I might work out first, because if I just need to stop something, it's way easier to stop a task where you're programming than midway through a gym session. So work harder, not smarter. Work smarter, not harder. Lol. Around that sort of stuff I'm planning out for the day. I then have like one more thing on my list of things to do, which is I need to do a educational post for Instagram. It's a carousel. That takes quite a long time, but what I can do is I can do that on the couch while watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. So that's what I was watching last night too. It's very, very much enjoying it. Trying not to be on my phone while watching it, because I feel like you miss like nonverbal cues and the soundtrack's so good and all of the things. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. We'll need to have lunch in there too. Probably we'll eat lunch while doing some programming work on my laptop. I know that's not ideal, but it's kind of how my days worked out. I sold the vacuum, by the way. The guy was super happy. He even asked about nutrition stuff, so that's cool. But yeah, so we have a little bit to do today. So I'm just gonna get ready for the gym, and then I might actually go down and use the gym because I feel like I need to get out of the house. This is the fit. I'm gonna wear my 9060s New Balance. Kind of just gonna match my hat a little bit, which is not cute with my hair like this, but that's okay. It's not always about being cute when we go to the gym. Not always. I think my shorts are LSKD, my top is Kmart. I think you'll see me wearing a lot of Kmart tops. I don't go expensive on my tops because I feel like I just wear through them so quickly. There's no point spending $90 on a top and only getting like however many dollars per wear out of it, when you could buy something like this for like $20 or less than 20. I think this was 14 to be honest, and it has one of those inbuilt bras as well. I still have a crop top on underneath it, but I just, yeah, cost per wear, I'm getting a lot of money value here. It was supposed to rain today, but the weather is gorgeous, so we're gonna walk down to the gym, and I'm definitely gonna be running out of time, so we'll see you there. So I just filmed my entire workout and then I realised it wasn't recording. So you're gonna get me from first exercise in, just warmed up, lol. So that took slightly longer than expected because I picked at my face. I don't know if, yeah, you can see. So of course I had to put makeup on. But I came home from gym, had a quick shower, got pretty. I need to leave to go in about 35 minutes. So I will have my lunch, do a tiny bit of work and then jump in the car to leave. Enjoying these sauces lately. So the sweet chili jam and the perinade. So what I've got here is rice, extra lean pork mince, taco mix, corn, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and the two sauces that I just showed you. And that is lunch. Okay, I have just arrived at the hairdressers. This is my hair before. It doesn't look too bad, but it's more like underneath here. I just got sweaty at the gym, obviously, because I had my hair down. But I will show you what it looks like after. So I've just come back in from the hairdressers. Back out. Got some curls. Also, while I was there, heard back about an appointment that I'm waiting for, a medical appointment, which is good because I feel like last time I went through this process, it took a lot longer, booked in properly. So that's good. Probably fill you guys in on that maybe just a little bit later when I know more about what's going on myself, but it's just a procedure that I'll be having done mid-June, which will be good. That is it is really hot. Also, when I got back in my car just then, it was like mega hot and the radio was on so loud. I think because I was listening to my phone before I got out of the car and like had turned it up to listen to something, and it was atrociously loud. Alright, anyway, gonna go back home now and get a tiny little bit more work done, and then I have my psychologist appointment at 4 o'clock. I don't think I need to do anything to prepare for that, but maybe just mentally prepare. So I'm just about to jump on with my psychologist. I've got one meeting until our meeting starts, so I'll check back in with you after that. So that actually went really well. I feel like she's a good fit, it's going to be a good fit. She's going to do some screening for some different things. I don't know. It's the first vlog, but we can jump right into it. It's like, I think that I have PMDD, so that's a premenstrual dysphoria disorder. Big link to how I feel day to day, week to week, verging on one good week, 2 to 3 shitty weeks of the month, and a lot to do with like my cycle and hormone levels and that sort of thing. But can also, she was saying, can also have to do with ADHD running rampant and wild, can also have an impact on how you would feel on those weeks too. So may not just be like hormonal, but also linked to me being neurodivergent, which I hate. I hate it when everyone's like, oh, I have ADHD and now I'm medicated for it and this and that, but like, it is a real thing. We do need some awareness around it. I do know that I struggle to stay on task even when I've noticed in the last 2 days of filming things, realistically, is that me staying on task of what I'm talking about, or just even a one-track brain of doing things or tasks or whatever around the house. It's very hard for me to stay like linked in with what I'm doing, so that'll be good to get to the bottom of that. So there's like a quiz thing I've got to do online, so I might just sit and do that now before I go upstairs. I am pretty hungry. What have I had today? Breakfast, coffee and lunch. Might have dinner and Ninja Creamy again tonight. I think dinner is just going to be leftovers from what we had last night. I definitely wanted to take the dog for a walk, but it's like dark now, so oh well, maybe tomorrow. Good morning, happy Thursday. I'm just about to eat my breakfast. Literally the same thing as yesterday. This morning I have 4 clients. I start at 8. It's about 7:35 now, and I'll finish up at about 11:15 this morning, and then I have plans to catch up with a friend around 12:30, 1 o'clock, probably closer to 1 o'clock. I'm not sure what we'll do yet, but that should be fun. And then later on this afternoon I have run club. Well, tonight really, it'll be dark. and the weather's not been good lately, so just have to play it by ear on that one. I've not been running this week because I think I said this earlier in the vlog, my left hip has been like sore when I stand up and straighten it and weight bear all my weight onto my leg. Only when I initially stand up though. So like not the entire time, but still that doesn't give me a lot of confidence to run on it, being that running is a very single leg at a time sort of movement. And I kind of know how it happened. I didn't exercise last Thursday, which was like a side plank with a hip flexion. And I wasn't stable and I might have just pulled something. And then I felt fine then. It felt hard, but I felt fine then. And then I jumped in and did my easy, I think it was an easy 5K run. And then the following morning I needed to run again as well, because we were going away for the weekend and I didn't want to leave a run to the weekend. So I did then as, I think it was like 7.9Ks when it was supposed to be 7K run. So yeah, 12-kilometer run after doing a new exercise that like sort of hurt my hip. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And I've been mobilizing, stretching, taking ibuprofen for it this week. And yesterday when I trained, it didn't feel too bad. On that single leg jumps that I did, I just had to go to double leg on that side because I didn't want to hurt it. I think I tried like 1 or 2 and I was like, ow, no. So then I just did double leg. So I'm just sort of trying to work around that little injury at the moment. As I said, haven't been to the physio yet, self-diagnosed, ChatGPT diagnosed, of course, and just working through it. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys later when I'm doing something. So I finished with my morning clients and I was just thinking about some extra camera equipment, not camera equipment, but stuff that I want for this setup that I've got, because I've got the Osmo Pocket 4 that I've just purchased this week. But I was like wanting a bigger tripod, and then I remembered we have the Insta360 camera. I think it's like the action, it's not action camera, it's the one where you get a 360 degree view. And I was just like, oh, I think that comes with a tripod. So I've just popped it on and it's like the perfect height. So that's good. That's one less thing I've got to buy. But I'm thinking like when I go to the gym, does this extend? Because I found that it was a bit small for the extension. That was the other one that I was concerned with, about the extension of it and the height. But this one might be, it also feels a heck of a lot more stable than the other one. So that's good. I am catching up with a friend at 1 o'clock and it's now 12 and I am starving, and we said we were going to get lunch out, but I can see a banana over there, so maybe we'll just have that. Maybe a coffee? Hate spending $9 on a coffee out. Love Starbucks, do not like spending $9.40 on my coffee order, which is a decaf oat milk grande latte with caramel syrup, and they sting ya. They charge you $9.40 for it. So I can make like the same thing at home. Not for free, but I think it's like $1.30 worth of pods, or a little bit more, a little bit of oat milk, a little bit of syrup. So I might do that now, and then get ready to pop off to the shops. I'm just really quickly going to make some more Ninja Creamies. I'm going to use skim lactose-free milk, protein powder, the sachets I'll show you in a second, and I'd just like to stick half a banana in, which will go over 4 serves. So it's like the tiniest amount of banana in each, but just kind of like to play with the consistency a little bit. And if you just do skim milk and protein powder, I find that it becomes quite icy, and I like that really sort of like creamy, nice consistency throughout. So I'm going to stick half a banana into the blender. These are the 2 different protein powders that I have at the moment. So it's a Macro Mike choc hazelnut flavor, and then the golden gay time flavor. I do think this just tastes like vanilla though. It's quite disappointing. I wouldn't waste your money. And I'm trying to reduce the amount of like caffeine that I have. I only put 1 scoop of this in and that spreads over 4. Plus this other sachet thing. This other sachet thing that I have is the light creamy mousse mix by Aeroplane Jelly. The glare is quite bad, but that spreads over 4 as well, and I think that's like adds 32 calories per serve. Let's stick that in. We need 1.2 litres, so I literally just put in 1200 grams, which we know is going to be definitely the rest of this one plus some of that one. Oh, put over, it's okay. Okie dokie, and then we chuck that on and blend it all up and tip it into these bad boys. The dog, as soon as she hears this turn on, she like goes a little bit spastic. You literally just pour half into each and then whack the lid on and stick them in the freezer, and then you can use them 24 hours after making them. They're bloody delicious, I tell ya. So that's how we make our Ninja Creamies. I've just gotten back from the shops and it absolutely tipped down, like rained hard while I was in there, so that's kind of good. I'm hoping it's all said and done with so I can go to run club tonight. I got a couple of pieces, thought I'd show you. This one I got from Kmart. It's like a long sleeve striped top. They're viral at the moment, those long sleeve striped tops. Actually a pair of PJs. So I'm excited to try these. They are so soft. A nice little grey blue number with the nice little button up. They're just so soft. I don't know what material that is, but it is so nice. So this one in particular is 95% cotton and 5% elastane, and that seems to be the mix that like I touch it like, and sensory wise I'm like, that feels nice to me. Then I got 2 simple black tops, and of course at Cotton On when they say would you like a bag, and you're like yes please, give me the cutest one. It's got like a strap on it, super cute. This arrived yesterday. NIDA cream, so it's like the ultimate moisturizing cream, but the youthful formula, and it looks like this. Anyway, I think I googled like an anti-wrinkle cream like once and then was like fully advertised this so much, so the influencing really got to me, so I'll have to see if it's any good. But I'll also be giving this a try and have to give it a review if I notice any difference with my skin. It is 20 to 5 now. Run club is at 6. I do need to probably eat something beforehand. I'm just gonna try and do like maybe like a 4K easy run, just see how my hip is, don't push it, and yeah, see how my hip responds to that, because what I do not want is to be in another week of pain again, so I'll have to see how that goes. I've just put my new PJs on. They're like a tight little like cute little like flare leg, I'm not sure, I don't know if you can see, and then this is kind of like a little bit more cropped, so I don't feel like a boy, I actually feel cute. just got home from the gym because change of plans. It was bucketing down 10 minutes before I had to leave for run club, and I was like, you know what? I really do not want to run in the rain. I don't mind running and then it starts raining. That's like refreshing, but I'm not going to know that it's raining and then go out running in the rain. Like, that's just not okay. So I ended up going to the gym, met a friend at the gym, and I just started running on the treadmill, and she met me there and she did her run on the treadmill beside me, and then we were just like chatting for ages after I finished, and now I am freaking starving. It's 8:20. I never eat dinner this late. I already cooked the chicken before I left, and I'm just gonna whip up a salad to go with it, and then I think I'm gonna be like straight into my Ninja Creamy after that. I just don't know where the night's gone. It's just disappeared from me. I used that new NIDA, N-I-D-A cream. It's giving shiny forehead, but I think that's because the light's on above it. But my face feels and skin feels tighter already. Placebo effect, maybe? I don't know. The cranberry and kale slaw kit from Woolies. Put like a chipotle chicken seasoning on that chicken and just chucked it in the air fryer. And that's dinner. Good morning. I have clients in about 20 minutes online. I haven't gotten dressed yet. I have my same breakfast. I have my coffee that I've made. I've been up for about 40 minutes. I used to be a morning trainer, and I would go to like the 5:45 class or be at the gym at like 5:30 for weights, but I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying the stress of having to wake up early when I didn't have to if I've got like a split shift sort of day going on. So I am going to train in the middle of the day today. I'm going to do a strength training session. I am going to do a heck of a lot of computer work this afternoon, and then I also have a new client booking this afternoon too. Then we will be into the weekend at about 6 p.m. tonight. I'll update you guys later on what that sort of looks like. I've just been working downstairs since 8 and it's now 11:45. These are the little digestive biscuits with a decaf coffee. Some computer work to do now, and then I'm going to pop down to like a local discount store where we get our dishwashing tablets from, and then sometimes some cheap snacky foods as well. Maybe pop to Woolies as well because I've got chicken, but I don't really have much else to pop with it. I will jump in and do some more work, and then I've got one more client this afternoon, that initial consult. Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm about to go on my long run, which is 8 kilometers. I'll tell you what that looks like. So I'm supposed to do 2 kilometers at a conversational pace, and then 2 kilometers at 6:05 pace, 2 kilometers at 6 kilometer pace, 1 kilometer at a 5:35, so a little bit speedy, and then 1 kilometer to finish at that nice conversational pace of 6:23. That should take me around 45 to 50 minutes. I'm hoping it doesn't rain too much. It just tipped down like just before, but I'm hoping it just stays a little less rainy for this run. Let's get this hair in a slick back. So last night, being that it was a Friday night, the footy was on. Josh got some Indian takeaway and I just ate chicken salad and rice because I really didn't feel like Indian, and like he said he didn't love it. Oh. Couldn't hurt to brush these bad boys up. Can't leave the house without brushing your eyebrows up. Looks like the sun's coming out a little bit more. Yay! Have to check how cold it's gonna be. It says it's 21.4, feels like 22.2. It does look like we are gonna get more scattered rain, but not too bad. My friend just messaged me and she said that she just finished a 6 kilometer and that she was gonna message me, but she didn't want to wake me up. I will. To be honest, I don't really want to run it on the treadmill again. I want to run outside. Okay, I'll talk to you when I'm out there. Okay, so I've just pulled up to where I'm going to do my run. I will show you how gloomy it's looking. There are so many people running though. I thought I would be lucky because the weather's so yucky that there wouldn't be many people running and I wouldn't have to scoot around and overtake people, but I think park run's on too, so I didn't really time this very well. I'm not going to take this camera with me, but I will try and film some clips on my phone. So I'll see ya when I'm back. So that was actually feeling so good that I hit the 8 and I just kept going till 10. You gotta take the runs that feel good and keep going. I think because it stopped raining, the sun came out a bit, the music was bopping, and I just wanted to go a bit further. So that was a good Saturday long run. I was also behind these two guys that were setting like quite a good conversational pace, and I was like, I'll just sit behind these blokes and see how long they're sort of running for. So I ran like past my car and then I kind of like looked down and it was at like 9 and I was like, okay, let's loop back. So it was good, feeling good. Can't wait to go have a shower.
Makeup, something I had to earn, but it's water in the morning and letting my body learn. This clean skin, soft light, this rest that shows in my eyes. This is how I hold my shoulders when I stop living rushed. I don't chase it, I make space.
So it is Saturday night now and we've just sat down with our takeaway Thai food and we're going to watch something on TV. But I'm just going to wrap up the vlog here because it's already really long and I'll just try to do better next week on cutting down the content and putting just the important bits in there, I guess. I hope you guys liked it. Please be sure to subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next one.